Do you need to search IRS.gov about bartering in 2011? The reason the question is asked and the short answer is if you are filing your tax returns by April 17th, and believe it or not, you have 3 extra days this year. You need to certainly start organizing uh, all the things, regardless of if you do your taxes yourself or you give them to a tax preparer or you give them to a CPA accountant, whatever. And first, the question about bartering. As you know, the name of our community is davidsbarter.com. We picked the name for the community because we love the word barter. Barter is collaboration. Barter is a trade between party A and party B, where each creates a value for the good or service that they are trading, and they trade. And technically, that must be reported to the IRS. And if you have any questions about that, a good place to start is IRS.gov. And I was on the site this morning and actually searched for bartering, and there are at least 10 different places on the IRS website that talk about bartering. But there is a barter as well. You hit the barter exchange, you'll be able to understand it. But it is information that you should read. And then uh, the next question or next person that could be questioned is your own personal tax preparer or accountant, CPA. Uh, and if you're not having any success there, if you send an email to Barbara at barbaraweltman.com, that's BARBARA at Barbara Weltman, WELTMAN.com, and send her an email and said, Small Biz David said that you'd help me with this question, and she will. Barbara is a wonderful, has been called the #1 small business tax expert in the country. And I've been following Barbara for over 5 years now. She has been so very gracious in the last couple years to give time to share her knowledge and expertise. At any rate, uh, this is the 15th year that Barbara has collaborated with J.K. Lasser. This is the 2012 edition of Small Business Taxes. As I said, her 15th year. Uh, this is could be a one of those must reads in any small business because the chances are very, very good that Barbara has covered the question and the topic in the book. And if not, you can email her. She has a website, but uh, she offers a wonderful perspective uh, about taxes from that being a trained certified attorney, and definitely very knowledgeable about small business. As a matter of fact, sign up for her newsletter at barbaraweltman.com. You will get a storehouse of information every day, either 2 in the morning or 3 in the morning. Also, too, and I didn't know this about Barbara originally, uh, just maybe about 7 months ago, we started talking on our broadcasts about her another book that I didn't even know that she had written called "Starting a Home-Based Business." It's the 3rd edition. The thing that caught my eye is "Complete Idiot's Guide," and quite frankly, I was surprised to see Barbara's name as the as the author of the book. Once again, if you follow, just follow and make notes and write in the book. If you get the hard copy, uh, it's it tells you how to do it. Just follow what Barbara says, and you will get your business up and going. She can't help you market your business or sell, but she knows all the things that are needed to make small businesses work. Another recommendation. Last week I was at, oh, this week I was at the library in my community. Yes, I went to the library. And on my way out, I passed the table and picked up a tax guide for small businesses, for individuals who use Schedule C or C Easy. Regardless, if you have a small business or are wanting to start one, get a copy of the guide, which it might even be on their website. Maybe not. It might be. But it's good reading. You learn a lot about your business, about business in general, and your business specifically, as those different items relate. And then, of course, you need to get a federal tax return. But I did something last year for the first time, and it worked extremely well for me. And I want to share the experience with you. Uh, Typically, before last year, I would just merely give my information to my accountant, CPA, and he would just do a return. And very, very little interaction, pretty simple, straightforward, nothing really crazy. And that's really been the way for years for me. But then as things started to change a little bit, I started to take a little different approach. I needed to get more information. So last year, uh, I bought the TurboTax federal state returns. It's an Intuit product. And I just simply pretended as if I were filling out my own return, went through, answered all the questions, saw all the drop down screens and everything. And I got a lot of great information about my business that on a line by line basis that before I had never really taken the time to do it. And it maybe took me an hour to complete the process. I don't remember. It couldn't be much more than an hour. And then I took that form, I printed it, and I took it to my accountant, and I was just my CPA, and I was just asking him to audit the information that I had provided, uh, and he was obviously happy to do that, and he spent less time auditing the information as opposed to assembling the information that I provided him, and it he charged me less on an hourly basis because he spent less time working on it. So I this year I absolutely just a couple weeks ago I uh, went to buy the software. I actually got a $10 discount this year. Yay! There was a special promotion that might still be running. I saw it was running last week about take $10 off the price of TurboTax. I bought mine at Sam's Club. I'm sure there are many, many places where you can buy it, bookstores, Staples, Office Depot, whomever. It's a great exercise. It was a great exercise for me. So the moral of the story is get to work, please, on your taxes for if you're going to file by April 17th. You can always take an extension. Up until about 3 or 4 years ago, I always took an extension just because of the way things were, how they were happening. And then I think this will be the third or fourth year that I'll be filing on the before the deadline date. I'll file once I get into it. I'll file very quickly. And if in an investment in your future, go out and buy Small Business Taxes 2012, order it at Amazon.com. It'll be available, hopefully, within the next couple months, right inside of our own community. Barbara and I are talking about how to make that happen. And starting a home-based business, if you're looking to start a business, 99.9 of them start at home. And so Barbara gives you a great a book of guidelines about starting a business. Taxes, 2011.